Don't Fidget a Feather by Erica Silverman, illustrated by S.D. Schindler. I wonder what fidget means. Are you thinking about what fidget means? Don't fidget a feather. Let's listen to the story. And as you listen, I think you might be able to figure out what fidget means. One day, Duck went swimming in the lake. What a great swimmer I am, she thought. Just then, she heard a big splash. "Greetings, Duck," said Gander. "Hi, Gander. Watch me swim." Duck paddled as fast as she could. "Not bad," said Gander, "but I'm faster." "Let's race," said Duck. "Ready, set, go!" And off they swam across the lake. Duck came in first. "Ta-da! I am the champion." Remember, champion means kind of like the best, right? "Maybe," said Gander, "but I can fly higher than you." "Cannot," said Duck. Gander flapped his wings. "Ready, set, go!" And up they flew above the spruce trees. Gander flew higher. "I am the champion of champions." "No, you aren't," said Duck. "Yes, I am," said Gander. Boy, they keep having contests, don't they? Then they're doing a little bragging after each one, aren't they? They both are. Thud, thump. They landed side by side. Duck fluffed out her feathers and she waddled back and forth. Finally, she turned to Gander. "Let's have a freeze in place contest," she said. "Don't move, don't talk, don't fidget a feather, and the winner will be the one and only true and forever champion of champions." "That's me," said Gander. "We'll see," said Duck. "Ready, set, freeze." Gander stood still. So did Duck. She watched Gander. She waited for him to move. A bee flew out of the bushes. Bzzz. It zigged around Gander's head. Bzzz. It zagged around his tail. "It won't be long," thought Duck, "before I will be the one and only, true and forever champion of champions." But Gander did not move. The bee zigzagged toward Duck. Bzzz. It hovered over her head. Bzzz. It landed on her neck. Duck did not move one muscle. She did not quack one quack. She did not fidget one feather. The bee flew away. Oh, I don't know about you, friends. I don't know. I think I would have fidgeted a feather if a bee was flying around me. Duck waited and waited for Gander to move. A horde of bunnies bounded over. They perched on Gander's head. They slid down his long neck. Soon, thought Duck, soon I will be the one and only true and forever champion of champions. But Gander did not move. The bunnies surrounded Duck. They tapped on her beak. They played with her webbed feet. They leapfrogged across her back. Duck did not move one muscle. She did not quack one quack. She did not fidget one feather. At last, the bunnies hopped away. I think I would have been distracted by those bunnies. How about you, friends? Duck waited and waited and waited for Gander to move. Caw, caw, caw! A cluster of crows swooped down. They circled around Gander's head. They landed on Gander's back. They bounced up and down. Any second now, thought Duck, I will be the one and only, true and forever champion of champions. But Gander did not move. The crows swarmed around Duck. They fluttered their wings in her face. They cawed in her ears. They tickled her tail feathers. Duck did not move one muscle. She did not quack one quack. She did not fidget one feather. Caw, caw, caw! The crows flew away. Have you figured out what fidget means, friends? Neither of them fidgeted a feather. That means fidget means they didn't wiggle or move, did they? A sudden wind gust. A sudden wind gusted up. Clouds of dust rose into the air. Branches swayed and leaves scattered. Whoosh! The wind blew Gander into a grove of dandelions. Whoosh! It knocked Duck into a mulberry bush. After a long, long time, the wind settled down to a sighing breeze. Half a second more, thought Duck, and along came Fox. Ooh, this is a problem in our story, isn't it, first grade friends? Do you know what foxes like to eat? They like to eat other birds. This is the story. If this was a movie, we would be having music like do do do. What luck! Fox's nose quivered with delight. Dinner tonight and dinner tomorrow. Dinner just waiting to be cooked. Out of the corner of her eye, Duck could see Gander. Gander did not move. Then neither will I, thought Duck. Uh-oh, do you think that's so smart, first grade friends? Do you think they shouldn't move? Fox rolled Duck and Gander into his sack and fastened it tight. That means he closed it and cinched it. Maybe he put a little rope around it so it wouldn't open. Then he dragged and pushed and pulled it through the woods. Fox took Duck and Gander out and set them down next to each other. Look at them. They still are not fidgeting. They're still in their contest. He started a big pot of water boiling. He chopped up potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, celery, and squash. He threw in a handful of beans. He added garlic and pepper. He stirred the stew. Then he turned and looked at Gander. Gander did not move one muscle. He did not quack one quack. He did not fidget one feather. Neither did Duck. Eyes sparkling, Fox pointed from one to the other. Eeny, meeny, miny, mander, cook a duck or cook a gander. My tummy says to pick this one, and that is Y-O-U. I wonder which one. Fox carried Gander over to the pot. Gander has to move now, thought Duck, but Gander did not. Fox opened the lid. Clouds of hot steam billowed out. Move, Gander, please move, thought Duck. But Gander did not. What if Gander can't move, thought Duck? What if he's too afraid? Fox lifted Gander higher. In we go. Quack! Don't cook, my friend. Duck snapped at Fox's tail, and she nipped at his nose. Do you see how he dropped Gander? Help! Help! Fox dropped Gander and went running off into the woods. Duck and Gander watched him go. Duck sighed. Well, Gander, I guess you win the freeze in place contest. Maybe, said Gander, but you, Duck, are the one and only, true and forever, champion of champions. I am? Duck stared at Gander. Then she smiled and puffed out her feathers. Yes, I suppose I am. Gander peeked into the pot. Smells good. Shall we eat? And they ate the whole pot of Fox's delicious vegetable stew. First grade friends, who moved first? Wasn't it Duck who moved first to save Gander? So when it comes to the freeze in place contest, who actually won? It was actually Gander who won, right? Why did Gander say, Duck, you are the one and only true and forever champion of champions? If Gander won the freeze in place contest, why is he saying Duck is the true and forever champion of champions?